Imagine a young Jacob Zuma, no school, no money, but fire in his belly for freedom. He joined the struggle, was caught and spent 10 years on Robben Island alongside Nelson Mandela. He was a hero, a soldier, but even then, whispers followed him. Whispers that in the tough times during the negotiations to end apartheid, he was a pragmatist. Some said he made deals, shared information, all to make sure the ANC survived, but also to make sure he survived. This idea of Zuma, the clever survivor, started right there. When freedom finally came, Zuma was always there in the background. He was the guy who could talk to anyone, the man with the connections. This is how he became Thabo Mbeki's deputy president. But this is also where the big trouble started. Mbeki, the professor, the intellectual, he looked down on Zuma. He thought Zuma was uneducated, a country bumpkin who was not fit for high office. Then the hammer fell. Zuma's financial advisor, Shabir Sheikh, was found guilty of corruption and the court said he had general corrupt relationship with Mr. Zuma. Mbeki saw this chance and fired Zuma. He thought he had ended Zuma's career, but he was wrong. This move backfired badly. The ordinary people in the ANC, the trade unions, they saw this as Mbeki being a hater, attacking a man of people. They rallied behind Zuma. The song Umshini Wami became his anthem. In a stunning turn of events, Zuma's group outvoted Mbeki and made Zuma the president of the ANC in 2007. The hatred from the Mbeki camp was now deep and personal. Zuma had not just won, he had humiliated the smartest guy in the room. When Zuma became the president of the country, things changed. For many poor people, life got better. His government built more RDP houses, connected more electricity and water, and also expanded social grants to millions. Big projects like BRICS brought in money for infrastructure. In many ways, his government delivered more tangible things for the poor than the current one under Ramaphosa. But he also made powerful enemies. His talk of white monopoly capital scared the big, mostly white-owned businesses. They didn't like that he was changing the rules, and then the scandals hit. The Guptas, a wealthy family from India, seemed to have too much power. They were accused of choosing ministers and stealing state money. This was called state capture. Then there was NKANDLA. The government used over 246 million rands of public money to upgrade his private home. They built a swimming pool and called it a fire pool, built Chicken Run and called it security. People were furious. How could a president do this while so many people are poor? Zuma was also master at playing politics. Look at Julius Malema. He was once Zuma's biggest supporter, his loudest noisemaker, but when Malema got too powerful and started criticizing Zuma in ANC Youth League, Zuma then moved him. He used ANC structures to expel Malema from the party. He never said a bad word. He acted like it wasn't his fault. This showed South Africa a new Zuma. Not the jolly uncle, but a ruthless politician. This move created his biggest enemy. Malema formed the EFF and his new mission was to destroy Zuma. The EFF became the ones who shouted loudest about NKANDLA and Guptas in parliament. They exposed all the shenanigans. The hatred Malema had for Zuma for kicking him out is what fueled huge part of the opposition against him. But the final betrayal in Zuma's eyes came from within his own house. His deputy, Ramaphosa. Zuma thought Cyril was his friend, but the corruption got worse. Cyril and others in ANC top 6 saw that Zuma was going to sink the whole party. They turned on him, forced him to resign in 2018. To Zuma, this was ultimate step in the back. He saw Cyril as a hypocrite who benefited from the same system but threw him under the bus to save himself. But the war wasn't over. After he was gone, the State Capture Commission, led by Judge Zondo, carried on. Zuma refused to cooperate, so the Concord found him guilty of contempt and sent him to jail. This was the last straw. The ANC, his own movement, had sent him to prison. This broke something in him. When he got out on medical parole, he was a changed man. He was angry, so he did the unthinkable. He took the ANC's old army, Mkhonto Sizwe formed his own party, the MK Party. In 2024 elections, MK became a giant killer. It took so many votes that the ANC lost its majority for the first time ever. Zuma had his revenge. The ANC's response was brutal. They took him to court to say he wouldn't be in parliament because he was a criminal. They fought to strip him of his presidential benefits, his salary, his cars, his security detail. They even kicked him out of ANC itself and terminated his membership. The hatred was now complete. So why is he forced to stay in NKANDLA? Think about it. Johannesburg, Pretoria, those are Ramaphosa's places now, full of the people who hate him. It is not safe for him there. The risk is too high. He doesn't even go to funeral of his old comrades. He didn't go to Winnie Madikizela Mandela's funeral. He didn't go to Archbishop Tutu's funeral. It's too risky and the tension would be too much. His back and forth with former President Thabo Mbeki after campaigning for Mkhonto Sizwe shows that Mbeki is still fighting battles from the past. Jacob Zuma's world is now small. The freedom fighter who helped free a nation is now a prisoner in his own home. The gates of NKANDLA are the only thing left between him and a country and a party that grew to hate him as much as he hates them. And that's the real story. What you guys think? Was Zuma a victim or did he cause his own problems? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos.